Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible swift sword. His truth is marching on.
One of the great things about honor flight is when you find father and son veterans, and that happens fairly often. But it's exciting in this instance with Mark Keating and his dad, Sky Keating. Now, Sky served in the United States Navy, in the Pacific Theater, and World War II. And Mark is with General Electric with the GE Veterans Network because he served in the United States Air Force in Operation Desert Storm. Pretty cool to have a father and son veteran pair here. Did you enjoy the trip?
Oh, it was great. Nice, like getting all that good attention.
Well, you deserve it. We think it's our honor to do it. And this is, of course, both of your first honor flights. You've not been on one either, have you?
That's correct. This is my first one. With the GE Veterans Network, they're sponsoring this flight. What a great way to combine some of the things that we do when we support at the GE Veterans Network, especially knowing my dad is on the flight and getting to recognize what he did more than 60 years ago.
You know, one of the cool things about this is a lot of companies have a lot of programs, and when he mentioned he was part of the GE Veterans Network, I just thought it was a PR arm. And then I find out, no, Mark is actually a veteran. And I guess that's probably a requirement for GE Veterans Network.
Actually, no, it's not. Oh. We invite anybody to be a member, anybody who wants to go out and recognize the things that veterans did either for a country or what they can do for industry once they separate.
That's a good thing, but in Mark's case, he's not only reaching out to veterans, but he's a veteran, and his dad's a veteran. So, right. Tell us a little bit about your service in World War II, would you?
Well, I was within when I was 17, and I went to a Great Lakes training station, and from there on I went through several different primary and secondary radio schools for carrier aircraft maintenance, carrier aircraft radio and radar maintenance.
So you were in electronics, and now your son works with General Electric. There's probably a slight connection there, right?
Right.
On a number of fronts, militarily too. Were you inspired to go into the Air Force because of your dad's service in the Navy?
At the time I decided to join, I wouldn't have connected the two, but looking back, I think absolutely. I was inspired by the service that my dad did and his respect for country. And my brother followed the same path too. He retired from the Air Force. So
subconscious influence.
I have to believe that there was some influence there from Dad.
Well, I appreciate both of you coming. I appreciate both of your service to the country. And I also really want to thank General Electric for the fact that they've supported Honor Flight. Mark's here with us and represent not only being a veteran of the United States Air Force, but General Electric and being here with his dad. So this is one of those great stories that we can tell the folks back home. Thank you both.
It's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great experience.
His truth is